Contraceptives and their empowerment. In modern society, insufficient woman empowerment is a problem the world faces and suffers from every day. The prime cause of this problem would be the lack of contraceptive availability in most countries and simply the awareness and knowledge of its advantages. To understand the issue, it must first be taught what contraceptives are, which are the many forms of birth control that prevent a woman from getting pregnant. However, these cost money and are not available or accessible to every woman in the world. The first reason behind failed distribution of contraceptives is limited rights and lack of respect for women in countries that help the issue pursue. In an article written on human resource development systems, it states that not one Gulf state has legislation that protects women against domestic violence. This was said in 2011 about Middle Eastern countries such as United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Qatar, which was true at the time. However, since then, laws have been put into place to restrict violence against any citizen. Before this, it wasn't a matter of whether contraceptives were available, as men had complete authority over having children and making those decisions. Now, women are protected against those injustices and can decide on their own what to do, overcoming the first obstacle toward obtaining control and empowering women. With women able to act off their own will, the problem then becomes a matter of their own desire to make smart and healthy lifestyle decisions. According to a study done in Iran, it was proven that the main predictors of contraceptive usage were couple agreement on contraception method, the number of actual births, women's authority, knowledge, and positive attitude about contraceptives. The key emphasis being on knowledge and positive attitude about contraceptives, as many women are uneducated on birth control products, and many have a bad image of them. This role is being reversed by the influencers and role models of today, who put education into action. This includes Melinda Gates, who in her book, The Moment of Lift, writes, "Their cup is not empty. You can't just pour your ideas into it. Their cup is already full, so you have to understand what's in their cup. If you don't understand the meaning and beliefs behind a community's practices, you won't present your idea in the context of their values and concerns, and people won't hear you." She explains how to present contraceptives as a solution to many mothers' problems and puts them in a positive light. People like Melinda are going to be the cause for a decrease in child deaths because of an increase in contraceptive usage. As a result, women are lifted around the world and societies begin to flourish as a result. However, despite the efforts of many influencers and heroes, contraceptives must be made available to those people who are educated to make that difference. This side of the problem is arguably the biggest struggle and disappointment around the world, as some countries are still suffering from contraceptive unavailability. Yet, Nigeria has set an example for everyone on how making changes and taking responsibility can be made into a success story. There was an article from 1996 explaining the status of the country at the time, when promotion of contraceptive use began, saying, "The results suggest that the limited levels of female schooling, and probably other factors affecting women's opportunity cost of time, are constraining contraceptive use, especially in rural areas." It is said that the country had been suffering from unstable and rapid population growth for the past 30 years due to inadequate schooling. Anyhow, leaders and even corporations took action to turn the country around, starting with education improvements and empowerment starters. This included Nigerian banks, who took after many women, stating that while initiatives should be targeted at women's well-being and physical health, it is important to steer women towards financial and social independence through loans, grants, and mentorship. The banks opened many enterprises, helping women to succeed, to serve as replacements for low education, lack of stability, and lack of independence. With actions such as this and much more, Nigeria is now one of the most stable and wealthy countries in Africa today. So to conclude, contraceptive use is one of the many roots to the large problem of women empowerment. Many leaders such as Melinda Gates have taken great action to make change and help better the world as a result. Yet, much more is needed to be done. More people need to take responsibility, and more women need to be empowered. This movement is necessary to world improvement, and everyone has their own duty to help assist. Thank you for listening, and go tell friends and family to help spread awareness about this issue.